Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to do week one's check-in for February, and we've already recorded some of our expenses, but I have not recorded them all, so I'm gonna quickly put in the rest of them. I like to do this once in a while with you guys just because I feel like it makes it more relatable so you guys can kind of see how I do it. So the first thing that I have is some stuff for Macy's clothes. She has a father-daughter dance tomorrow, and we picked up a jacket and some flats for her for the dance. We already had a dress, so that actually worked out really nice, but I wanted to make sure that she had like a jacket that she could wear another time and shoes that she loved, and she loves her little ballet shoes. So that ended up being $52.78, and that's gonna come out of her clothes. And you can see above, I actually also bought some tights from Amazon. So that's also for the dance, but also good to have for like other special events. So that is the first thing. Then let's see, we have a couple other things here. So we're gonna take another thing from sinking funds, and this is $3.95 from Christmas, and this is for Jason's sister's birthday. We sent her a package, so I'm just taking that shipping fee out of our birthday fund, so that's done. And then we have two other things that are not on sinking funds. So the first thing is from Jewel, so that's another grocery item, and that ended up being $31.40. $31.40, and that was on, let's see, when was that? That was the beginning of the month, so we'll go ahead and put that there. And the last thing that we have is I went and got my nails done. I decided to try something new, and I went with the like dip nails, and I'm honestly not a fan. I'm not gonna get them again. I should have just done the gel ones, but I ended up just doing this, and I gotta tell you, I'm not a huge fan. Like, honestly, on my thumb, you probably can't even tell, but I'm pretty sure like the glossy part already peeled off, and I got them done like not even 24 hours ago. So I'm not getting those done again, and I'm honestly probably not gonna go and get my nails done at the same place, because every single time I go there, the lady is like, where are your babies? And I know that's a legit question, but then she gives me a hard time for being the one that works, and she's like, no, your husband should work, you should be at home with your kids. And I'm like, okay, I don't need you like telling me what I should be doing. So anyway, that's that. Some other stuff that's happened, we haven't filled up on gas yet, which is pretty crazy, but I'm thinking that both of our cars will need gas pretty soon. We did buy 2 tubs of formula from Costco, so that was $38.98. But that's pretty much it in terms of transactions. So let's go ahead and record all of our items here, and then we'll take a look at more of the sinking funds and what's been going on there. So I always like to track our groceries. I like to track our gas for our cars. Household. Eating out, which is our cash clip or cash divider. And I did do a new video about my new system, so definitely check that out. And then unbudgeted. So let's go ahead and add up all of our groceries. So we have $31.40. We have $60.94 and $62.12. So that ends up being $154.46. $154.46. We budgeted $500 for the month, so we have $345 $1.54 remaining. And when I divide that by the number of weeks that we have left, we have 1, 2, 3. So about $115 per week. So not too bad. Definitely doable. This past week we did not really do a meal plan. So we're definitely gonna need to get into the habit of doing that again. But for right now we're doing okay. One thing that I did not factor into this budget, and someone mentioned this in one of my last videos, was our coffee stuff. So I think we should be in good shape for the rest of the month for coffee, but in March I will definitely need to order more, and I need to put that as an item in our budget or increase our grocery budget if I want to include it there. Like I said, for gas we have not filled up yet, which means that we have $150 remaining, and I don't do it per week because honestly it's not like we fill up every week. It's really just whenever we need it. Same thing with household. We have not bought anything for household yet, so we still have $100 remaining, and I know we're going to need like toilet paper. I think my body wash is almost done, so we'll need stuff like that. For eating out, I have my cash wallet here, so I'm just going to see how much we have remaining in here. So we currently have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50. So we have 150 remaining. I don't really track how much we've already spent because I feel like that doesn't really matter at this point. And then I'm going to take that and divide that by the number of Fridays or weekends we have left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I divide 150 divided by 4, we have about $37.50 per week. So not too bad there. We're pretty good there. And then I did put my nails as unbudgeted just because I have not had a nail thing, but I think I'm going to going forward, because just like with Jason getting his like getting money for golf, I just feel like it makes sense for me to have that as well. I know I'm gonna go, it's very similar to like my eyelashes. I like to have them looking nice for me, but also because I'm filming videos and stuff, so I like to have them look a little bit more nice. So in terms of weekly check-in, I feel like we're doing pretty well. Obviously just groceries is the biggest thing that we just need to keep an eye on. And I think the biggest thing with that is just doing a meal plan. In terms of transactions, we have had a couple transactions so far for like this February log. So Jason did order something for the house, some plugs or something like that from Amazon. I did sign Jason and Macy up for the daddy-daughter dance. That's a $25 fee.
The father-daughter dance.
Yeah, the father-daughter dance. Macy's in my office filming with me. We did have a friend over for dinner, so we paid for dinner. It was just pizza, so I included it here. Macy did go to the winter blowout at school. That was $7. Jason did have like a couple hours off from both girls. I took the girls to IKEA and Jason went to the driving range, so we used his golf fund so that he could go do that. Jason and I also went on a date night. We went on our first date night since Mila was born. It was really nice. We went to Seasons 52 because Jason's never been there. There's one in Schaumburg, so I've been there before because of work, but he's never been there, so he really liked it. It was really nice to like get out and just be us two. I think we're gonna try and do date nights every month, like once a month. Just get out without both kids and just even for like 2 hours to go, you know, to go and have dinner, something like that. Our car insurance, we got our bill. So for 6 months, it's $856, which if you look at our car insurance sinking fund, we have way more than that in there. So I'm going to leave the extra money there. I've talked about this before, but we have talked about getting Jason a motorcycle. I know that might happen sometime in the future. I also like to keep a small amount extra in there too, just in case like someone gets in an accident or something like that. It's nice to have a little bit extra because you know if you get in an accident, you're gonna have to pay a deductible. You're also going to have a higher premium for your insurance. So I just like to keep a little bit extra in there. And then we had a couple you know, transactions for Macy's clothes. She doesn't really need many clothes, so these are just kind of like little extra things. The jacket is adorable. I will definitely post a picture of them on Instagram, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, definitely do that. And then, like I said, this is just for the shipping for his sister. So those are our transactions for sinking funds. Again, nothing too crazy. I don't anticipate there being a ton more that's coming out. It's always small things, but we're doing pretty well in terms of week 1. I think February is going to go extremely fast, and I think as long as we just keep an eye out on groceries, I think we'll be in really good shape for February. One thing that I wanted to mention is I always use these pens. These are friction erasable pens, and I use them because I like that I can go back and change things if I need to. So I talked about this before. I do have a Little Poppy bow subscription for both girls. I love it. I put Mila and Macy in the bows all the time, and I love that they could potentially match if I wanted them to. I think that's like every girl mom's dream, is that you can have the kids in matching outfits and stuff like that. So it ended up being like $2 more this month, and I don't know if it's because it's always that way every month or if it's just like taxes. I have no idea why, but I put it in red just so that it stood out to me that like I need to make sure that this is like the same, because it is as a fixed expense, so I don't necessarily always check these things. I know that Netflix is always the same. I know Apple Music is always the same, because if it's not, they'll send me something saying it's increasing. But with this bow subscription, I feel like the amount sometimes is different, and I don't know if it's because I thought it was this amount and it's always this amount, or whatever else. So I want to check into that, but I did not erase it and put the new amount, because when I look at my rough draft, which is in the back of the budget, so what I do is I see what my potential savings is, and I like see what we are over and under, and I kind of figure out our actual savings based off of that, because I know what these numbers should be, and I know these numbers are the same. So I just want to make sure that my draft budget is up to date, and I know this will like grab my attention, like, hey, this amount was different than what you thought. Hopefully that makes sense. But another thing that's going to be different in February is Macy's actually starting her preschool, her full-time preschool. It's gonna be 3 days a week, starting on the 19th. So we will be paying a prorated amount for that. So we'll have this preschool amount here, and then we'll have another preschool amount. So that will definitely change our budget as well. And I think what I'm gonna do is I might just move this down, this little header or total line down, and put it in. And I'll probably do it in red again, so that I know that it's different from my draft budget. That's the nice thing about stickers. That's the nice thing about erasable pens, is that you could always adjust them. I personally like to think of a budget as like, okay, I created it at one point in time and that's kind of it. But if you want to make a budget where it's like flexible, that's kind of, in accounting terms, we call it a flexible budget. It's definitely doable. You just have to make sure that you're not adjusting it for things that you don't need. Like, you know, the preschool thing, we kind of knew it was going to happen. I had no idea how much it was going to be. I didn't know how many days we were going to do, so I didn't put it in because I didn't know that it was a for sure thing. But if you're doing it, like if you're adding in, oh, I budgeted $250 for eating out, but we went a little crazy, so I'm going to put it as $500. That's not really the point of budgeting, if that makes sense. You could definitely adjust that and do it that way, but in my mind, I feel like I would only add or adjust things that like are kind of necessary, not stuff that like I just went a little bit crazy and whatever. So hopefully that makes sense, but we will be adding that in for February as well. But that's pretty much it in terms of this weekly check-in. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the whole process. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know down below. And again, check out my new cash divider system video. I talk about this new wallet. I also did a video about my planner bag slash purse type of thing, and I'm obsessed with these items, so definitely go check those videos out. And other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.